Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
how are ya?
Good. Yourself?
It's snowing up here.
It's what?
Snowing up here.
It's snowing.
Uh,
It was rainy down here, but not snow.
the snow just started falling, and I mean, it's fine, but yeah. So,
Not your favorite?
I was talking to somebody, and I'm like, it's not snow that I mind. It's the cold and the dark that I mind.
Yep, same. Same.
No, I'm actually completely fine with. It's just like, oh, here we are. Now we got to start dealing with shoveling sidewalks and potentially frozen pipes. And
I was gonna say, I know you get the freezy pipes, huh?
yeah, but you'll watch that.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I am not a fan of snow either. And it's just, I will say, it does last forever here in
Yeah,
Utah.
yeah.
It just feels like it just lasts for a lifetime.
Never end.
The never ending story.
So what you working on?
I'm working on a Christmas present.
Nice.
I tend to try to do
Is it
some art.
surprised by
What?
having it on the channel?
What'd you say?
You gotta ruin the surprise by having it on the channel here.
I don't know. This person kind of knows I'm doing it,
Yeah,
to be fair, but whether sometimes this person, it's Kate. Sometimes she is here. So,
yeah.
what are you working on?
Just rough layouts for a page.
Yeah.
I find that every time I kind of end one project and need to start another, I get
Mhm.
kind of I get kind of a I don't know how to put it, like it's hard to get back into that momentum again. I have to like stop and reset my brain and okay, and it's time to go, and then it's the whole thing, and I got to work out all these details. So I don't know. I just have to like, okay, just sit down and just start. Let's go. Just start going. Let's get going on it.
Yeah. The idea that, I don't want to lose that momentum. And
Yeah,
sometimes I really do think that's what causes me to struggle with block, like having like art. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I take 10 steps back every time I quit doing something for a long enough period of time.
yeah, I get that. Uh, and then, with the He-Man thing, I was so familiar with the characters, and I had all the pages basically laid out, and I knew
Mhm.
where it was going, and I've had this in my head forever, and this thing's like a whole new thing. So it's just kind of there's a little bit of a intimidation factor, but I know I'm like, just get going, just get some momentum
Yeah.
going, and just
Yeah.
go going. Plus, I'm adjusting to the cold and the dark, and I don't know if you go through this, but when this weather kind of starts getting like this, it's like my body wants to shut down and hibernate.
Yeah, no, I actually do get that. I'm the same way.
Like
Yep. Totally, totally, totally the same way.
just like, oh my God, I come home and then it's like dark within 2 hours and I just want to cuddle up in a blanket, go to bed. I'm like, I got all this time.
Yeah.
And this happens every year. I just have to like get used to it, kind of push through. I'll feel normal enough again, soon enough in theory.
Yeah. I get it. It's an adjustment. Every time I feel like winter comes around, that's how it is. Hmm?
Got your Thanksgiving? Are you guys just staying at home?
Yeah, I'm just okay. I have been feeling like utter garbage, just truthfully. And now I'm realizing I should have sketched this out first, but this is where we're at. No, I've been feeling like awful. I don't know if it's like we were just talking about the weather or what, but I'm not sure what is going on. But I have just really felt terrible lately. And my mother-in-law, she usually does something, which is nice because then I don't have to do something. And so usually it's we go over there, and we might still go over there, um, for, like, pie and stuff. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But I just told everybody, I said, "This year, I just don't want to. I just want to stay home, do a small thing, and just relax in my pajamas."
Yeah,
I've been having so many issues. I wear my, daughter on my back a lot
yeah,
in a carrier because I can't get anything else done unless I do. And she's approaching about 22 pounds. And I my back has I've been just having serious problems and pain with it. And so I'm like, you know what? I would just rather this year just be able to, I don't know, relax a little bit more.
mm,
So staying home,
well,
staying home, doing a small dinner, and it was actually interesting because I was like, "You know, I know that you're just chilling at home too."
yeah,
And we were joking about doing a live. I'm like, "I actually probably could do a live on Thanksgiving because I'm not gonna be doing anything." You know what I mean? It's not like I'm gonna be out at somebody's house, hours away. I don't
sure.
know, but, I don't know. As I've gotten older, I've just kind of stopped caring so much about, "Oh, I gotta do this for the holidays, gotta do this," and more like, I just wanna relax.
Yeah, 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 I get that. I mean, when I was married, we'd often, most of the time, end up at my ex-wife's family's house, and I it's always enjoyable, always. But
Yeah.
now that I don't have to worry about that shit anymore, kinda like, I'm glad I'm not going anywhere nor doing anything.
Okay, I agreed. I'm kinda the same way. I'm thinking about, like, it sounds nice. I'll probably watch, Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and just make my family food and just relax.
Yeah,
I don't know. It is very like, as you get older, you kinda get done with the hubbub of it all.
like, fuck that. I mean, I like the getting together, and it's all fun. And like I said, I enjoyed it when I was married. It was not like a bad experience, but it's just now that I don't have to do it. My family, they're all getting together, but I told you how that whole thing's kind of going right now, and I'm not going there.
Yeah.
So into the situation of that's why I get the kids on Wednesday, and I normally take them home Wednesday night, but they don't have
Mhm.
school. So I was like, can the kids just stay the night and I'll bring them back to you? If you've got plans, I'll just bring them back to you. Um, Thursday, whenever. She's like, well, we're going to go with her, fourth husband's family.
Mhm.
Around about 2. So she's like, back by noon. I'm like, great. So my boys will come over tomorrow night. I'll just have them and just do our normal whatever the hell we do. And
Yeah. I
uh,
like it. See, that sounds nice to me.
they'll just kind of come over and hang out and do their thing. And then roommate, I guess she's gonna some stuff. She wants to make stuff. So there will be grub.
Alright, that's kinda
I
cool.
get to just stay at my boys for a little bit and then just be by myself and the roommate probably watch TV and the end.
I mean, that sounds nice.
Yep. That's all.
Yeah, it's just I feel it's just better just hanging at home and not making a big production. But I also am kinda, like, also wanting to avoid certain things like politics and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel it's nice not just to have that to sit and because I feel like a lot of times that's what happens, and I know it's like a joke, but it really is in some families just bit much.
Yeah. Well, that stuff I was talking about with my family, my older brother called me up and was trying to, kind of got wind of what was going on. So trying to make connection and, trying to your struggle was, and I agree, I get you, and blah blah blah. But then he kind of flat out admitted, like, part of it, I guess I have to admit, has been like the whole political, you know, kind of don't agree on stuff, and it shouldn't affect it. So he basically admitted that does affect things, and it has been bugging him. And I'm like,
Mm,
you, you know, it
yeah.
doesn't matter. I don't get in debates with him or anything like that, just because it didn't go the way he wanted, you know.
Right.
But he
I see.
basically admitted that it did factor in a little bit. So now I'm even more pissed.
Oh, wow. See, and I get it. Like, I get that it's hard to have those divisions because they are so heavily rooted in what you feel like is so important. But then also on the same side of that, like I have to be like, you know what? Like you that can't we can't always make that such a big deal that you cut out people in your life.
Yeah,
I mean, sure, if they're my base is if it's a big deal to them, sure, like you don't have to make that effort if they're gonna cause drama. But I also feel like it's really shitty to feel like, "Oh, like that is as much importance as you put on our relationship." Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know.
I feel like I'm being a little bit of a drama queen about the whole thing, but I'm like, that's just, it is what it is. So I'm just kind of just completely like, I didn't go to my dad's 70th birthday get together like a week or two ago. Didn't do that. My
Oh,
that same brother, him and his wife had their like 25-year anniversary, like a big dinner get together that everyone went to. I didn't go. Not going to Thanksgiving. Not going to Christmas.
yeah.
Being kind of a rigid jerk. But
But on the same side of that, if you don't feel like you're wanted, it's really difficult to just, okay, well, come to find out that was a big enough deal to, certain people that, you know,
yeah,
maybe they didn't reach out and talk to you. And I don't know, that also is kind of that's crappy in itself.
yeah. So it'll pass. I know it'll pass. And it's fine. I just kind of just letting it. I just need my space right now, and
Yeah.
it'll be fine later.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I get it.
Should have seen it last time I did one of these. I got this guy that I work with, like in my specific area, and I'm fucking sick and tired of this guy. He's just a useless pain in the ass, and I am not speaking to him at all anymore. And it's just three of us kind of in one room, right? We're kind of trapped in the receiving area, and it's just us.
Uh-huh.
And I don't speak to him unless it's work related, and I kind of have to. I'm not chatting him up like we're homies, right? He's
Uh-huh.
going to be that way, and Danielle works back there with me. Her are homies. I'll chat her up, and I'll chat up anybody. But I'm
Right.
ignoring this guy
Yeah.
directly, specifically, intentionally, not speaking to him.
Okay.
So, and he knows, he can tell, and he knows exactly fucking why. But
Okay.
so last Friday, I'm doing one of these lives, and he texts me while I'm doing it, saying that the drawing I'm doing on my live is awesome.
Oh.
And so I ignore it. Then he texts me again. No, seriously, it's really awesome, bro. Really good work. I ignore him. Then he shows up in the chat you know. He's like, "Hey, Rob, looking really awesome, bro." I ignore him. I don't
Oh
respond
my gosh.
at all. He sends a super chat of 99 cents. And normally, anytime anybody would do that, I'd be like, "Oh, shit, whoever, I appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you." Ignore it completely. Don't even acknowledge its existence. Right?
Mhm.
The next day, and then don't even say a word. I'm like, nope, you don't exist to me, motherfucker. No, just,
Damn, now I wanna know the story behind this.
I'm kind of a petty bitch.
You really
You're like,
I don't feel like I've ever known you to be petty before.
there is a certain amount of bullshit I'll put up with somebody, and I give it enough time and chance and opportunity for this guy to fix his fucking problems. It's all work related. So I'm like,
Mhm.
nope, not pretending that it's okay anymore. I want you out of here. I want you gone, and I'm going to make it as uncomfortable for you as I can. Fuck you.
Damn.
Yeah. Rob's
I
just,
never get on your bad side.
you showed up to work and did your job.
Within reason. Within reason.
My,
I did something at work.
I call it working.
I did things. Hey, Mark. Oh, Mr. Demon says smash that like button, y'all. Breaking news: Rob Norton buys Continuity Comics.
Continuity.
Continuity Comics. What does that mean?
The dead brand, dead. I did a video on it today. It's a dead,
Uh, okay.
like a defunct brand of comics that no one gives a shit about.
All right. Okay. Okay. Um. Oh my gosh, Mr. Demon. Speaking of political. Oh man. Oh boy.
Mark,
What?
the dude, Demon.
Huh?
Well, yeah, just I, I had to chat you up first, so that was it.
What's up, Inkwell? I'm trying to freehand this skull, without s- doing any sketching it up with
Right.
paint. I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes.
I mean, it looked like a skull, so I mean, we can,
Obviously, it's very rough, so no one, judge me too harshly. I'm well aware this looks like a child's drawing.
like, don't judge me yet. It's not over.
Yeah, just getting things in place here, and then I'll.
Kevin, look, I knew I was going to alienate some people with that continuity comics video, but like, guys, those books look boring as hell. And the majority of the commenters in the video, for example, were like, yeah, they're well drawn, but they're boring and they're not that interesting. And but everyone's got a favorite book, and someone's least favorite is someone else's absolute favorite. And so I get it, but just I do not see the appeal. But that's just based on my preferences and my interests. So just gonna have
Hmm.
to accept that.
Tell us how you really feel about Neil Adams Comic Company. LOL.
See, this guy Neil Adams, he's no longer with us. He passed away a couple years ago, but he's a profoundly talented artist. Like
Hmm.
one of the best illustrators you'll ever come across. And he did a lot of crazy, awesome, amazing things. But this company that he did, where he kind of guided it and directed it, and just wasn't working for me. And a lot of people liked it. So
I get you. I get you. I don't know shit about it. So,
it's beautiful.
and you also know, because I'm a shitty friend, I didn't even watch it.
Oh, come on. It's too much to keep up with.
Remember when I used to watch every single one that you did? And then you just started doing so many that I was like, "I can't keep up."
You're
I
like, fuck that, fuck him.
I
Too much.
was like, "I cannot do it. I cannot keep up."
No.
Which is good. It's a good thing, but that's just
How is it a good thing?
Hmm?
How is it a good thing?
I mean, it's a good thing that you are putting out so much content, that you have so much available.
Yeah.
I just suck at keeping up. This is a me problem, not a you problem, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, you were mentioning yesterday when we were texting, you're like, worried that you hadn't been.
Yeah, I do
Like,
feel like that,
you're,
actually.
you're a mom, you're married, you've got 5 kids, you've got school. The fact that you cut in some space to interact with me on any level is more than enough. So you out of your way, and it means the world to me. So
I still feel like
like
I
people.
I still feel like I need to get outside my daily. I don't know. I just kind of feel like I'm in a rut, and then I feel like, oh, I used to be so, I don't know, not just you, but and everybody. I would pay attention more. I was in the Discord. I was doing all that stuff. I don't know. I feel like I kind of need to get back to it a little bit, but
Life hits us all. So,
no, I know it. That is true. That's true.
um, Inkwell says, to be honest, I've only seen the art. The stories might not be good, like most image books. Good art, terrible stories, maybe. Anna Estrada, hello. Jeffrey Beef, Beef, am I saying that right? Good day, Robin Jazz. Greetings from sunny Brisbane, Australia.
Good day, Jeffrey.
We got 2 Australians that show up. Maybe Nate will.
It's the best.
Hard to
I
say.
love I love the Aussies. Some of the best friends I've ever made. Well, one of the best, one of my husband's best friends he's ever had, was an Aussie, or he is. I mean, he actually, I guess he lives back in Australia. He lived in Japan for a while, but he's an Aussie, and yeah, lifelong friends that he made at work, and get excited every time they come back to the States. I'd like to go out and see them, but may or may never happen.
Not exactly hop in a car and go for a drive.
No, no, not at all.
Chuck, I've entered the Neil Adams SmackDown room. Uh, See, Chuck loves Neil Adams artwork.
Oh,
Told me on many occasions.
so he's not with you on this one?
Well, I wasn't talking about the guy's art. I was talking about well, I mean, yes, the art, but it's not just him drawing. He's got a bunch of artists drawing a bunch of books for him. But it was like the stories and the concepts and the ideas that did not resonate with me at all. The art,
Mm.
good. I was constantly like, the art looks great, and I'm not interested at all. So this is a me problem. I acknowledge this, but like I was saying, we all got tastes and likes and dislikes, and it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Kevin Wolford says, I'm a hair older than you, and Neil was the man after Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Batman, and X-Men. Although Siegfried before my age group and continuity was his big return to comics. Admittedly, I was super bummed when I read the credits and he wasn't drawing any title regularly. Yeah, see, that's the thing. He had all these artists that drew very much like him, and they're all really good, but not my thing. So I got this mountain of comics I'm going to try and offload to somebody because I was like, I will never look at these things again. So probably 40 comics.
Damn.
I'm just gonna, there's another guy that I know that might be interested in having them. So I'm like, Get them out to you. Just I'd rather they go to somebody who really wants them. I don't. I will never look at them again.
Yeah.
See, Chuck says he's like laughing out loud. Yeah, great artwork too. That they're drawing shit no one cares about. I mean, that's yeah, that's kind of what it was.
Who are the Venture Brothers or Bros?
An animated show. I've seen some episodes of it. It was always funny, but I never followed it.
Like it's anime?
Not anime, just animated.
Hmm.
And ooh, perk. Ooh, tell me more.
I have so much anime I need to catch up on, but of course, it's another thing I've fallen behind on.
It's almost like your woman's responsibility.
I know. I know. I know. I know. It's my own doing. Jeff says, big love for the States. I visited twice, an amazing place. Loads of Americans over here at the moment because the exchange rate is so good. Oh, nice. New comic book day here today. I'm going to collect at lunch. Oh, cool.
I used to do the whole new comic day thing all the time. Every Wednesday, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go get some new books. But there ain't shit out that I want anymore, with the exception of like one or two titles, maybe. So it's kind of it's a thing of the past that doesn't exist for me anymore, unfortunately.
Wow. Just that stuck up, huh? None of it's good enough.
That is 100% exactly correct.
None of it's good enough for Rob.
Domowitz says Absolute Batman is pretty awesome. I've heard that. I think it's good.
He's like, I've heard that, but
Doesn't mean I'm gonna read it.
not good enough for Rob.
Batman's never been a character that I've been like,
You
because
thought of a good.
I love Batman. I just
Mm-hmm. Batman's like the only superhero I care about.
and the Joker.
Yeah. I used to really be big into Spider-Man for like a hot minute. My dad has always loved Spider-Man since he was a boy. But I don't know. Again, it's not like I ever got into the comic books or anything. Mostly just like Batman.
Yeah, I like Batman too. I like the concept. I'm a big fan of most of the movies. And
Don't backtrack.
I do like the character. I like the books. I just like it depends on if there's a specific artist. My favorite artist is drawing it. I am there. I don't care what it is, but
Right. Oh my gosh, Mr. D man. Just out there trying to start stuff.
the stick in the bucket of shit, stirring it up so everyone can.
Yeah. He's trying to stir the old shit pot there. Equal says Absolute Batman is fun and beautifully drawn. I couldn't even tell you who was the artist. Isn't that weird that I didn't care who the artist was of the only comic books I've ever had?
I mean, for me, when I started, I didn't pay attention to artists. They were comics and they were always looking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Reading them, then I would suddenly notice that suddenly it doesn't look as cool as it used to. What the hell happened? So I'm like, oh, there's individual different people that different styles drawing these
Mm-hmm.
that I loved. Like, oh, so this matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I learned something. Look there, Nate. So we got dual Australian.
Oh, no. Now you're doing your Aussie
Oh,
impersonation.
making fun of my.
What up, Nate? Oh, I see. Kevin says Venture Brothers is a healthy dose of pop culture viewed through a Marvel Comics lens by way of Johnny Quest.
Yeah, it's like a funny parody. Like I said, I've seen a couple episodes of Think Years, and I always laughed. And I always liked what I saw. It just never made me come back. Like I just.
Hmm, interesting. Very, very interesting.
Everyone shows up when Jessica's on.
I don't think that's true.
I do.
When I get on lives that you're doing with art, there are plenty of people on, so just saying.
Way more charming than me.
Oh boy. So they don't know me in real life. You know the truth.
It's such a for real.
What? What'd you say?
It suggests that you were a big bitch in real life.
Oh wow.
I would never say that and mean it.
Or would you say it? Would you never say it, but think it?
Yeah.
I could see you thinking it, and you would be correct. Not always, but sometimes.
Kevin says this is actually his first time on, but he watches my videos almost daily. Well, thanks, Kevin. I really do appreciate that. I really do.
That's awesome.
I have some very good friends that won't watch them on the daily. I won't name any Jessica names.
Shut the front door. That's awesome, Kevin. Uh, Nate says I've joined a tons of times. Rob Toxic.
He always puts me in my place. He makes sure I don't forget my place. I respect him for it.
Nate doing lives, art lives is the best. It is so hilarious. I love it. That's true. Sometimes I watch if Nate's on. Just kidding. Sorta. Mhm. That's looking pretty good.
It's working. I'm trying to. We'll see. You know how it is. Sometimes it's like, ugh. We'll see how it looks when I get to the theoretical end.
Yeah.
Nate says Rob thinks I'm too overbearing live. I'm too Australian. That's not true. I love who you are.
Is this true, Rob?
Not at all.
He's jealous, Nate.
Yeah.
He's jealous of the attention that you get, and so he has to, say these things.
Personality and charm. The head over here.
I'm too much.
Jeffrey he's like, how can you be too Aussie? How is that possible? Kevin's asking if you're using reference.
So I am using, well, kind of. I'm using a couple of references of trying to get a specific. It doesn't look exactly like this. It's more of just an actual skull, but I'm trying to get some expression to it. My thing is, I thought, oh, it'd be kind of fun if I try to do it without. Usually, I sketch out my paintings because I don't have a lot of trust in myself. But I thought, well, Maybe I'll try to do something where I don't sketch it all out first. Let's see how it goes.
Being a risk taker.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that more because I see so many people who can just sit down, trust themselves, and they just paint. And I'm like, ah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
That's when we realized I'm not as talented as those people because I've tried that.
Oh, really?
Just sit down and go straight to ink. Yeah, no,
It's a bit different going straight to ink, though. To be fair, going straight to ink is a little bit different because with painting, you really can kind of, I don't know, fix it pretty easy, I guess is the best way to describe it.
I can always paint over.
Yeah. With ink, I feel like it's so different trying to fix mistakes. Like I am just seriously reworking everything, blending stuff together, seeing like how I feel like it looks. So it's not like, no, it's not really the same. Oh my god. Oh, Mr. D man.
Yeah, Mark, painting is way more forgiving. Ink is very unforgiving.
Exactly. That's how I feel. That's why I struggle with inking so much. Is if I look at it from this perspective of someone who paints, it's just not as easy to just be like, "Oh, okay, I'm just gonna fix this when I mess up my sketch work or my." I don't know. It's different.
Chuck, inking's easy. You just trace pretty.
Yeah, no.
Pretty sure he's being sarcastic there.
It comes to Chuck's like, "Yeah, it's easy." Yeah, Chuck's a badass at it. We know.
He says, think about the light source a little and think about depth a little. Couple tricks later, it's done.
Well,
Normally you'd be like, oh yeah? Well, show us, Mr. Smarty Pants. And then you're like, oh wait, right.
yeah, it's Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Fair point, fair point.
Inkwell, I like that. He says inking helps your confidence. Embrace the mistakes and learn from it. I agree with that. Do it.
Hey, my son entered the an art contest today.
Kind of contest.
He it's a contest for his school for the cover of their yearbook.
Okay.
And yeah, he came up with the idea because they need to have a theme to it. And he came with it all on his own. I was like, "Oh, that's pretty good for like a kid his age." But he came out with our kindness grows like vines because they had been doing like no bullying and stuff in school and kind of focusing on that a little bit. And so he did a piece where he had the school's emblem that he painted, and then he did pencils and pens and did vines and brick and stuff. And then on the leaves, he put different words that demonstrate how to be kind. I was actually pretty impressed.
Nice. Good for him.
Yeah. He's never really been one that's been too into art. Um, so I was a little bit surprised when he came home and said, "Hey, I want to do the art contest." It's like 300 kids or something. But, I was like 100%, yeah, let's what do you wanna do? Use any of my stuff. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I will let him know you say so. All the way from Australia.
This guy from Australia said good luck.
Mm-hmm.
He said, don't let him down by not winning. So,
I know his buddy is doing it too, and he's like, "Oh, he's so good at art and all this," and I'm like, "That doesn't matter." Like, honestly, at the end of the day, somebody might win out over you, of course. Like, there is a chance of that, but you know, you never know until you try it. It's super, super cool that you even tried.
Mark says, is there an online voting? Like, well, I'll just jump on there and just vote for his just because we'll
You know
make
what? It's actually being decided, I think, by the kids at the school. But that would be super cool, and I appreciate that.
we could, rig the system and make my kid win. That I would do that in a second.
Yeah, I would 100% put a plug in, and if you vote for my son, school art project, I think that's him playing guitar actually right now, then I will, say whatever you guys want me to say on air. I'm just kidding. My daughter is doing something similar school yearbook. Really? That's neat. See? How old's your daughter? I had to do the same thing in high school. We had to draw a dragon. True. That's cool. I didn't go to school, so I didn't do anything like that. I was like, "Mom, look what I drew," and she's like, "All right, put it on the fridge." Just kidding. Kind of. I got no kids. I feel left out, Mr. Dean. No, you're not left out. I also have a 12-year-old daughter. That is pretty cool. That's neat. My son is 11, so he's probably, I don't know how, I believe it's similar, but he's in 7th grade. Or no, 6th grade. Ooh, my daughter is in 7th grade. Chuck says playing guitar and doing art for the school kid wouldn't be at that age where girls become important. Oh, he 100% is. 100%.
Awesome.
His newest favorite show is we talked about this actually Wednesday. I think we talked about this last time. That's his new favorite show, and give you any guesses why? One of the major reasons.
What's his new favorite show?
Wednesday.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the day of the week, not the
Oh,
like what did we talk about on Wednesday? What are you talking about? You lost me.
trying to decide how to do this here.
Playing guitar and drawing unicorns is how you become a teenage father. See?
Oh no. Chuck, don't say things like that to me.
Jessica doesn't need to be a grandma.
Oh my gosh, why are we even saying this right now? I do not need to be a grandma. That is 100% true.
See, man, if you're talking about this dude right here, he kind of is because this is where he's realizing that his dick was chopped off and he's struggling, and the other guy's laughing at him, and that's setting up the rest of the story that's about to happen in the book. So,
Oh my gosh. Jeff says daughters are the best. She's into Spider-Gwen and One Piece. Nice. I have tried to get into One Piece a few times. Never really stuck, but I have watched some of it. People love it. My kids like it. Definitely. Grandma Jessica. Chuck, I don't like the sound of that.
Damn it.
Why are you doing this to me right now? I realized, and don't laugh, but we were talking about, I was talking about my parents. I remember when they turned 50, or where I guess where my dad turned 50, and I was like, oh, and I thought, wait a second. I realized that in 15 years, I will be 50.
I'm about to turn. I'm like a month away from 48.
It's kind of surreal that, I don't know, that even that we're in that era. Like, I don't know. It's really surreal to me that's, I don't know. I just still feel really young, but I'm not.
Yeah. Look, young.
Have you decided what you want to do for your birthday?
No.
Nah.
Should really, if I'm going to do something, I better start thinking about it and just forget
Oh my God.
out like a little baby. Like, I'm going to do anything.
Well, I was gonna say you could do like, I don't know what you were thinking. If you're wanting to do like dinner or something, pick like your favorite restaurant. We could all go. Buy you dinner for your birthday. Go clubbing. You wanted to go clubbing?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Sure, that's what everyone would love to do. Like, we're not 20 years old anymore. This shit.
You know what? If you wanted to go clubbing for your birthday that bad, you could make it happen.
Here's the thing. I don't.
No?
But when I was a young, virile man. Chuck's kids got those big brown eyes like you got too, right, Jess? You better get him a stick to keep the girls off him.
He actually does have big round eyes and really good lashes, which I just want to talk about how he is a boy, a male, and he has these beautiful lashes. And I'm thinking, he doesn't need mascara. Where did those come from?
Both of my boys have like big, giant, beautiful eyelashes. It's crazy. I've had a lot of girls like, where did you get that from? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. I'm like, come on, really?
Wait, asked who's writing this one? If you're talking about my book, this is all me, dude. All the horribleness and the stupidity is all me.
Rob writes his own shit.
Chuck, it's kind of crazy to think that it's coming up on a year that we've been kind of doing this interaction thing, man. It just, the time has flown by.
Mm-hmm.
I remember talking about, my birthday coming up, and that's when you hit me up. It was like in December, I think it was, where you kind of threw out that option of like, I'll ink something for you. And like, it's a freaking year later. It doesn't feel like it's been a year, but here we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is kind of crazy, huh?
I don't know if I think I sent you something, Jess. I don't know if you saw it or but like I'm approaching 6,000 subscribers.
Oh, I think I responded to it.
Didn't you? Maybe I forgot.
Did I not?
Um,
Am I that awful? Did I not respond? I know exactly what you're saying.
either
And
you
yes, I
responded and I
responded.
forgot,
Oh my gosh.
or
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To be fair, I did my finals this past week, and so much of what happened in my life is kind of a blur. So I'm gonna blame that. But yes, I remember it.
anyway,
And
yeah, I was just like, and I think when we like at the end of like year one, I was at, I'm trying to remember, but I've made like 4,000 subscribers in 1 year because I'm like a year and a half into this or so. It's just crazy how much it's just kept getting bigger and bigger. It's
yeah,
weird.
no, that is crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised. I thought you would do great on YouTube, so I'm not surprised at all.
I am. I don't know how it's working, but it is, and I'm very glad. Mark says audio problems on my end. Is anyone else hearing that? Cutting out sometimes. Chuck says,
I,
pretty great year in my opinion. I love having done all this work again. Well, I'm glad, Chuck. It's been a major highlight of my life for sure. So I am glad to have made that connection with you, man.
aw.
There's someone say, hey, someone say, did I see it's your birthday today?
What? Gayton?
I think I saw that. If I'm wrong, then it's gonna be embarrassing and stupid. But um
It's gonna be
yes.
embarrassing.
See, he says it is. So
Happy birthday! That's awesome.
everyone throw out a happy birthday to our boy, someone saying. My friend Danielle, Muscle Girl, it's her birthday today.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, I should have also texted her happy birthday.
The day's not over.
I guess that's true. I could still do it. I was like, like, what do you turn into a pumpkin at 7 o'clock?
I'm like, oh, it's over.
Fair enough. What'd you do for your birthday? Anything fun?
Did you hire an escort?
Why do you gotta ask stuff like that and make it weird?
'Cause it's what I want to do, and I want to see what other people think about it.
That is what you want to do for your birthday.
I want to hire an escort that will do almost anything I ask and be like, oh, this is a great birthday. That I hung out with all my friends, and I don't know, escort sounds pretty good.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
I wouldn't even know where to look.
Wouldn't you though? How sure are you about that? How can we even believe you?
Nate says, just draw yourself an escort, Rob.
Hey, that's fair. You could. You could do that.
Chuck says, beat the shit out of a fruit bouquet, right?
Oh,
Mark says escorts are price gouging nowadays. Inflation.
oh my gosh.
Everyone's being very supportive of this idea.
I can see that. Oh my gosh.
Do they give out free lap dances at strip clubs if you provide proof of your birthday?
You might. Some might. You should call around and ask.
All around and ask. They're like, bring your ID in, and if it says that,
Maybe for a little art thing in the Discord channel, everybody could draw Rob an escort for his birthday.
There you go. Make it some big manly transformer.
Yeah, baby.
You know what? I'll take it. Let's go. Let's do this. The night's just getting started.
Oh my gosh. Getting my NFL chat. It's blowing up here. So if my sound goes, let me know.
Yeah. Someone saying there was this drawing that a very popular artist did of She-Hulk where she was like, I think she was jump roping.
Mm-hmm.
And but the original artwork that he did had her naked but covered up with like lines zipping around her of the motion. And I'd like, well, now I want to see this drawing without any clothes on. And like I swear, like 10 minutes later, someone saying was like, here she is. He like redrew it and took all, like just got her butt ass naked, bouncing up and down, doing the jump roping, and it looked great. I'm like, these are the kind of friends I need in my life.
Oh my gosh.
I'll say
That's
it.
awesome.
Right? That's what I said.
That's awesome. I won't even pretend to be offended.
Chuck says, I need to own a strip club, right?
Lifelong dream right there.
See, Chuck,
That's the dream.
would Chuck's strip club be called? The Inkwell? Dip your wick?
I can't even right now.
Just saying.
Wow.
All the dancers would be like superhero themed at all times.
Oh, that would be so popular.
That would actually work, right?
That would be, yeah, that's actually.
Like, I want to go to that strip club now, actually.
Would it just be female strippers or men strippers too?
Yeah, boy whores, that'd be cool.
There we go. I'm
All
in.
flavors of the rainbow.
I'll be an investor.
And Chuck says, the dirty rag gets way low rent.
Oh my gosh.
Jeffrey, what am I really doing for my birthday? Well, I mean, I don't know. I was talking about trying to see if I could coordinate a thing with all my best friends, like Jessica here and a couple other people that I know, and we all kind of get together somewhere and just kind of have a little hangout. No, not necessarily like at a bar or something like that, but just someplace we get together and kind of get to not have to worry about the environment. We just sit around, have some food, and have some laughs, shit like that.
Be fun.
But I haven't. Nothing's like decided. It's
Nothing's decided yet.
oh yeah, Nate, you're totally invited, dude. You just gotta show up. You know what? Everyone here in the chat's invited.
Ooh. That would be awesome.
Nate's like, just just get a phone there and just we'll do a video. We'll do like a live stream and he'll just be there on video. That'll work. It's
We've
like,
done that before, actually. My husband, and we did a surprise birthday party for him, which he hates surprise birthday parties. So that was really,
so we totally did it.
we did it. I don't know how much he loved it, but it happened. Um, and his best friends are some of them live across the country and don't really have the means to grab a ticket, to come for the weekend,
Sure.
And so we had one of his buddies who he games with, and we just had him on a live stream, and not a live stream, but a FaceTime, I guess, but
Sure.
through Discord. And when my husband showed up, because it was a surprise, everybody's going to hide, and he's sitting there on the table on the computer screen. He's like, "Someone's gonna take me." It was so funny. We were laughing so hard. It was hilarious. It was a good time. Great idea. We had a birthday party for my brother during COVID via video meetup. Yep. See? It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Can she have what? Ramen. Yeah, you just gotta cut it up. Wait, are you giving it to her or dad? Yeah, she can have it.
Is that one of your children's?
Yep, that's the one that's gonna make me a teenage dad. Taking care of my kid up
To
there.
make you be a grandma?
Oh yeah, he's gonna maybe what I say, make me a teenage dad. Yeah, that's the one. That's Mitchell, which was the one that likes to watch your videos sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, you gotta tell me which ones you're watching because sometimes he's not appropriate.
I was gonna like get defensive on that, but I'm like, I can't.
What are they doing up there?
Well, I think the skull's looking pretty damn awesome. So how are you feeling about it?
Hmm.
Your skull that you're doing there? It looks pretty awesome to me. How are you feeling about
I like it. It's like a lot of work. I'm gonna have to go down. The worst part is the teeth, in my opinion. I hate doing the teeth. Um, but yeah, I think it's looking okay. Not too bad.
I was about to sit here and say fucking skull painting from you, and then I was like, oh wait, I have one. I have a
Vince, are you serious?
I have a really good one.
Are you kidding me right now? That was your late birthday present.
Well, now I want another one. I think I've actually got it sitting right here. Let me grab it right here. Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
I was like, I think I have it sitting right here in the trash.
Hey, it says happy birthday, Rob. Thanks for being my best art buddy for about almost 2 decades now. Love, Jessica.
Oh, I did write that.
Butterfly above the I in your name there. What is that?
It's a heart, but I wrote it
I
fast.
actually thought it was art. But for real, look at this damn skull painting that Jessica. Look, it's all you. It's all Jessica paintings right here.
Oh wow. Two skulls next to each other. Yeah, I did like that one a lot.
You were just doing it randomly, and I think I was like, that looks fucking awesome. I'd hang it on my wall. I was just like, I mean, I meant it, but I wasn't meaning anything. And you're like, do you want it?
That's what happened.
I mean, yeah, but I don't, you know, and like, just
Yep.
tell
That's
her
what
to say, right?
that's what happened. True story.
I think there was We're working on this when we did some live, so there's probably video evidence of you working on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure I did that where we were that's probably the only reason I did it is I was like, "I need to do something for this." 'Cause that I really if we aren't doing these, I don't do much in the way of art, which is sad but true. Sad but true. Thank you, Inkwell. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, orange and blue always work. Yeah, I've heard that. I like how you also like did like almost inked it, like the lines. There's like some black line work in it.
Oh, yeah, I use, like, a fine paintbrush, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, thanks. I'm glad you like it.
figured I'd bust it out and tell you I liked it.
Bust it out of the trash can where I've forgotten to take it out.
Just throwing it away just today.
I knew it. You son of a bitch.
You son of a motherless goat.
Oh, boy. That's so funny.
It's on the thing you got it on that is like the flat canvas thing. It's not like the framed canvas thing. And otherwise it would be hanging up right now. But I have to like uh
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because you could just hang up the camera.
I would like to
Yeah,
put a little nail on the wall and just clip it up there.
yeah, I know. I do that. Truthfully, they're a little cheaper. Um,
I kind of prefer 'em myself in a way, but
yeah, I actually think they're easier to in my opinion, to do work on. Um, but yeah, there is that. There is that. That's a fair point. That is a good fair point. I have not seen Wicked. I didn't know is it out?
yeah, it's out.
Hmm,
I will not be seeing Wicked because I have exactly zero interest.
that's kind of me too. I don't really care to see it.
Like I
I'm
just
sure it's great. I've never been the biggest Wizard of Oz fan. That's what it's about, right?
that's right.
Now I'm like second guessing myself, like, wait a second. Oh man.
I'm all excited to show my boys ET for the first time.
Yeah,
I was like, my son will love this. It's emotional, kind of scary, and it's got spacey shit. Like,
yeah.
son, we're gonna watch this movie. He's like, what's it called? I'm like, it's called ET. He's like, oh, I've seen it. I'm like, see this at? You didn't watch it with me. He's like, I don't know. It's like the little goblin looking alien thing that gets left on Earth. I'm like, fuck. Turned off. Never mind.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Share this moment.
Did you see did his mom show it to
No, his mom's like the most boring person ever when it comes to shit like that.
him? Oh my gosh.
You know,
Maybe he just knew of it.
well, I kind of quizzed him, like, well, what happened to him? He gets stuck on Earth, and then the boy kind of
You
becomes.
sure you didn't show it to him?
Then they were riding bikes in the sky. I'm like, fuck! Like, wrong,
You
nothing,
you
son.
sure you never showed it to him?
I know.
Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I hate to say it, but that does suck.
That's, that's what I'm saying.
Not gonna lie. That would make me sad. I was super excited because this year I, kind of delved into some of my childhood movies. Um, and one of them was, The Flight of the Navigator,
Love it.
and my three-year-old ate it up. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
And
My other kids didn't care.
did not give a shit.
Mhm. Just did not care at all.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, it was great. I remember watching that for the first time. My dad showed it to me. 'Cause I don't remember when it came out, but, it was still before my time.
Yeah, you
I
weren't
mean,
even
I think
alive
I
when it
was
came.
live. What?
Say you weren't even alive when that movie was made.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I couldn't remember if it was early '90s or '80s,
It's very 80s.
um, I remember my dad showing it to me. I was like, "What?" What was the other one my dad showed me that I've recently we may have been talking about it actually, that I really wanted to show my kids? The Last Starfighter.
Yeah, I kind of think of them as together. Like I love both of those. I showed The Last Starfighter to my oldest boy. And he was kind of all right with it.
Yeah.
I still love it, but it's all childhood nostalgia.
Yeah. I'm like, is it just me? Because when I was a kid, I was stoked, just so, so excited to watch these movies when my dad brought them home from Blockbuster.
Yep.
And so for me, I'm like, ugh, I just imagine that they're gonna be the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Hasn't been that way. No.
Nope. Not at all.
And it ruins the fun, you little shits. I did watch that new animated Transformer movie, Transformer One. It's on streaming on Paramount, and so I know my boys wanted to watch that, so I just turned it on. My oldest
Mhm.
in the other room, but he popped in and he looks. He sat down and watched it. He seemed to really love it. I'm like, it was
All right,
okay.
yeah.
It was kind of fine, but he was into it. So I'm like, well, I'll take that victory.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you have to take the wins like that. Yeah, I've struggled getting them to wanna watch anything but YouTube.
Right.
It's kinda their real love right there is they really like the old YouTube.
Like Mark's onto something. The pacing in older movies is too slow. Kids are too used to the modern fast cut style, which I think he's completely right, and I think completely sucks because sit down and just enjoy a movie with some slow pacing and some conversation, and it doesn't have to be witty, hyperactive, stupidity. Just slow it down, son.
Yeah, agreed. He's right. Um,
Yeah, no one
100
has any attention span anymore. Yeah, yeah, right, Chuck. It's ugh.
does suck. At least YouTube's free for now, Gaten says. Yeah. Well, they just won't be having it. They won't be watching it if it's not free.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think YouTube's ever going to go for money because the whole reason it's successful and it's powerfully, insanely financially successful is because of the format of it's free and people can get monetized on it and make cash. So I don't think that'll ever change. But
You never know, though. Crazier things have happened.
Chuck, so dude, there are some movies that are highly overrated just because of how slow paced they are, though. Like there's only about 30 minutes worth of The Exorcist or Rosemary's Baby that's worth a shit.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I've actually never seen either one of those.
I've seen, both, but truthfully, I've never watched them again, and I'm pretty sure I did not keep much interest on Old Rosemary's Baby. I remember kind of liking some of it. But yeah, no, it's fair. Fair, fair, fair.
See, man, that's not a bad idea. Show my kids Space Camp. Actually, I think
Fucking love Space Camp. But
Jessica got all fired up. Fuck.
okay,
Yeah.
go try to stream it. You can't.
Not
You
anymore.
have to buy a $25 DVD. Mark my words, you won't be able to find it. You might be able to find it on YouTube. Maybe. But yeah, I have to buy the DVD, and my husband's like, "Why are we buying this off eBay?"
Like, what the fuck?
And I'm like, "Because I freaking love this movie. Maybe it was shitty. I don't know. But when I was a kid, this movie was everything to me because I was so obsessed with Star Wars and I wanted to be an astronaut. And I remember my little brother being born, and that's the movie we watched, and it's just so nostalgic to me.
Yeah.
And I literally can't stream it. You have to find the DVD, which is fine, I guess. Luckily I still have something that plays DVDs, but
I used to, the idea of like, oh, they're gonna let the kids sit on a space shuttle while they like whatever, spool up the engines and let them just sit there. And then like self-aware fucking robot, which is the most amazing piece of technology in the whole fucking movie, like plugs
Mhm.
into a computer and sets it for like one engine to explode unless you ignite the other one. So now they have to go into space. I'm like, these things don't sit there fueled and ready to go. Once you kind of understand how the shuttles work, like they don't fuel it until hours before the launch. You know what I mean? They don't want it sitting there with all the fuel in it. So, and I know this is dumb to say, but the whole premise doesn't make sense. But the whole point is to get a bunch of fucking kids on a shuttle in space. So you got to come up with something.
I was gonna say, yes, obviously it doesn't make sense, but again, that's the fun of it. That's the fun of it.
Yeah. Just remember like, okay. But as a kid, I remember watching that going, this would scare the piss out of me, which is the point. But you're on a shuttle and it's going to either explode or you launch. So, well, we may not know how we're going to solve it once we launch you, but we know you'll definitely die if we don't. So there's only one choice. So off you go. Um,
Nobody died. It's just space camp, okay?
but it was gonna blow.
No, I mean it's a part of one of the scenes
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah,
she gets angry and
yeah.
he's like, "No, but we're not actually in space. Nobody."
Yeah. When they're doing the simulator and he crashed the simulator.
Yeah. Ah, no survivors.
Uh, Now I want to watch
I do.
a long
Love
time.
that movie. Again, though, I found it on YouTube because I need to order the DVD. Try to watch with my kids on YouTube. They were not interested. Didn't care. Didn't care at all.
Chuck was calling out 2001 as a shitty movie, and that's a bold statement. It's not my favorite movie, but I can see um, why it's considered to be so good. I actually prefer the sequel.
2001?
Yeah,
I've
well,
never
the
seen that.
2001 made in like the 60s, but then the sequel 2010 made in the 80s, and I really like that movie.
I've never seen that before.
Either one?
No, I don't think so.
Have you heard of them?
It sounds familiar, yeah.
2001: A Space Odyssey. It's like one of the most revered films of all
Yeah,
time.
I've never I mean, that doesn't say much. It's not like I'm some but yeah, I've never watched it. I watched some space movie. I believe it was from the 60s maybe the other day. The Black Hole? Do you know that one?
Think so. I think I know which one that is. Isn't it with like the little robot maintenance bot things and they get left in space?
This one is like I'm trying to think exactly how the premise worked. It's like they find there is the robots. They're like similar, like yeah, they have the one robot guy, but they find this ship and this guy's kind of being weird about it. And then they realize it seems like, when I remember, like everybody's actually dead, but he's made them into robots.
Sure. Which one?
It's old, but Mr. D goes, Chuck with the hot cakes.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a bad day. He has some anger going on, he says.
Chuck's had a rough day.
I'm sorry, Chuck. That sucks. Mm-hmm.
What else is going to be on that painting? What besides the skull?
The skull is going to have a teacup, holding up a teacup. So skull hand, it'll probably have a cloak and then holding a teacup. It's a character from a book,
Oh, okay.
and it doesn't. It's the Searle is the name of it, and it doesn't really drink tea, but it's a joke among bookies because this particular character knows all the secrets and is constantly spilling the tea, they say. And this is one of her favorite book characters, so
Gotcha.
yeah. How do you feel about what you're doing up there?
It's coming along.
Looks
It,
good.
it,
Looks good. Everything good? What'd you say?
I was gonna say I just heard children's.
Yeah, I might jump off here actually. Sounds like there's some shenanigans happening on the old upstairs. I don't hear my daughter though, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah. I got some T-bone steaks sitting in the kitchen, waiting for me to cook them up. So
Yeah, right. I think they already made dinner, honestly.
well, I'm talking about me. I got.
Oh, I thought you said that I was like, yeah, I don't think so.
I do. I got steaks, literally.
You've got T-bones.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. My 3-year-old loves steak. He requests it on a regular basis.
Mark's asking, do you, Jessica, know about, it says lit RPG books, LIT RPG books?
I do. My brother-in-law has written one actually. And so I was one of the proofreaders on that. So I do know what they are, yes.
What does that mean?
I from what I understand, it's like video game related. It is. His name is I think it's under R.M. Mulder, Richard Mulder, and I believe the first one's called Conquest. Um, yeah, he self-published them, so he's got like 3, I think, out. Um, so yeah, check it out. I think you can get it on Kindle too if you read on that. But yeah, he I believe that's I think that's kind of the basis, right? Like I think they're video game related. Is that I don't know exact genre it is, I guess. Or how or what the it is. Dude, I've been saying that about Nolan for years. People dick ride him hard. Mr. Deviant.
I don't care if he comes across as pretentious. If he makes good movies, which he usually does, that's all I give a shit about. I love his Batman movies. Um, Interstellar was great.
Yeah,
That
that's kind of how I am too.
that this is his last one. One with like reverse time thing. That was an overindulgence and it was too weird.
Which one?
I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm sure somebody will chime in, but where like everyone like they could do time in reverse kind of thing, and people were having fights backwards. It didn't make any sense, and that felt really pretentious. Oh,
Hmm.
he did Oppenheimer, right?
I haven't seen that one.
I mean, that was a long ass movie. It was really good. I mean, it's a endurance trial. Um, in that it's long, but it's interesting in the kind of historical part of it. Uh,
Hmm.
I think is really good. And the performances were fantastic. But I liked Oppenheimer. That was good. I've only seen it the one time because it's not exactly like Star Wars. Like, oh my god, I'm going to come back and watch that. I'm going to go through that adventure again.
Right. Nothing's like Star Wars.
Star Wars was murdered in its sleep,
Didn't know it hit it.
right?
What even is Star Wars?
Then they stabbed it. Tenet. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Oh, I never saw that one.
Interesting parts. No one's always going to make a
Oh,
movie with interesting parts.
I never got through that one. I did watch part of it. I just never got through it all the way. I remember kind of feeling like I don't think this concept. I don't like it. I just didn't like it, which is I guess what you're kind of saying. Mhm. Yeah, so the cover art, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's AI, Mark. But I mean, I believe it's AI anyway. From what I understand, if I remember right, he AI'd it. So but yes, he put a lot of work into it. He's made some money off of it. But you know, it's been a while since I read him. I haven't read. I think this is the last one that he did. But you know, he definitely he's a good writer. I think for being just kind of a hobby that he does. Now people are slamming doors up there. Sorry about that. That was rather loud.
Kids freaking out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on up there. It makes me not want to go up
You're like, actually, never mind. I'm going to stay right here.
there.
So yeah, Mark said he writes whole damn books as a hobby. Like, how big are these books?
So I mean, it took him a few years. He also does a lot of, what is it called, ghostwriting, where he goes in and he basically writes books, and then um, he's got a couple of buddies who go in and kind of switch it out, but he does most of the writing for them. Um, Mark says, "No, just kidding. I don't feel as strongly about AI, I suppose." Fair enough. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, it's been many years in the works for him. I mean, I think he worked on those for most of 8 years probably before he published them, I would say. Um, but he does a lot of, he really, he loves, he can, I mean, the guy's pretty talented as far as like being able to bust out books uh pretty quickly. He can write pages and pages. So
Wow.
again, I read them when they were he first published them. So it's been a hot minute, but I remember thinking they were pretty good for amateur writing, I thought. I did like an ARC reader. I was an ARC reader for him.
I think Chuck's saying the first one is 380 pages.
I mean, does that seem like a long book to you?
Not nothing. Holy crap. I mean,
Okay. I
practically
for
full
writing it,
size
yes. For a
thing.
hobby, I think so. I think so, yeah. Um, he's definitely wrote, like, some of the stuff he's wrote with his buddy is probably closer to, 800 to 1,000. So, yeah, he definitely not messing around sometimes. Not messing around, but I've got them sitting on my shelf actually right here. Hold on a second. Shameless plug from my brother-in-law. Let's see here. Where is it? Yeah, and okay, I've got three here. I'm not sure. Now I'm like, which one's which? Is I different? Okay, these are the new ones.
Good.
So these are the new ones. I think this is the first one, maybe. Oh wait, no, maybe this is the second one. I don't know. This is terrible. I don't remember. But these are them. Yeah, they're pretty thick books. That's him right there. I think he started with the idea of the books when he was a young adult too, like probably in his early 20s, if I remember. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate that. Uh he had the box sets that he ordered himself actually, and he was selling at his local gas station by where he lives. Like that's kind of what how like very much this is just like a hobby thing for him. So I don't know what's going on with his Amazon or anything, or how it, nor sister-in-law, but I'm just not sure, to be honest with you. Well, I might leave you to it and go see what's going on with the kiddos upstairs. Looks like my phone's dying anyways. Classic.
Fairly typical Jess.
So yeah, he like, it was like you could go to the gas station by his house, and he had them there. And then he also was, if you ordered them, you could buy them. I don't think he's doing that anymore because he's got a lot going on. So I think he's mostly just selling them on Amazon now. But
Is he still right? Is it still a thing he does constantly?
he doesn't write as much. has been under a lot of stress. They diagnosed him with hyperthyroidism recently, and then he got diagnosed with Graves' disease. He's got all kinds of stuff going on right now. So I think he does write. He just doesn't have anything new coming out at this moment. I'm guessing it'll be a couple of years before something new comes out from.
Yeah. Wow.
And he's not making so much off of it that it's like, well, I can quit my day job.
No, we all get that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
It's just a matter of luck, just like someone catching it at the right place at the right time and showing the right person, and something can take off. Otherwise, you just kind of sit here and just do it because we love it, right?
right, exactly. And I will say that yeah, he's just I think he's had some success. Like originally they were under the genre of sci-fi fantasy, sci-fan, I guess is what it was called. And I remember he was pretty big into locally going to those what are they called? Conventions and things for a while. But he's got 5 kids and stuff going on, and so it just took a backseat, like it always does. But I'm sure he would be ecstatic if anybody bought them and checked them out. For a while, few local bookstores had them too, but again, it's been a hot minute, I think, before he that since that's been the case. What's up, gingerbread or ginger bear? Gingerbread.
Yeah,
Read that wrong. Sorry.
we know the ginger bear. What's up, dude? You're catching it right at the tail end. It looks like we're probably gonna be shutting it down.
Yeah. Sorry. Just gotta.
About an hour and a half. That's not nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah. I was gonna say if you wanted to on Friday, if you're feeling it, we could do this again.
Yeah, yeah, should be totally fine.
Got nothing going on Friday.
We got a tentative one scheduled for me and Ginger Bear and Chuck.
Oh, that's cool. When's
Uh,
that?
uh, Saturday is the plan, I believe, but we're also kind of like we might have to work out some bugs with the StreamYard, kind of the streaming to get us all together. It'll be like a first kind of test run, so we'll see how it goes. But the idea is to do more as time goes on.
I'll definitely watch that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. You don't tell me what to do. Just kidding. Sometimes you do. All right. Well, I'm going to jump off here. Thanks. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Been a good time. Yeah, just let me know if you want to do it on Friday evening. And thank you, Ginger Bear. I appreciate it. Just kind of trying to freehand something here tonight and get it going. So I actually like it. It's coming along.
I think this pencil has served its life.
Oh my gosh, just the tiniest pencil I've ever seen.
Bella, he sharpened right down to the little metal.
That is adorable.
It's cute. I keep them all. I keep all these little nubby ones. I don't know if I showed you yet, but I ordered 4 boxes of these things. So there's 12 each inside each one of these boxes. So
I mean, you're gonna go right through those, so it makes
they,
sense.
they do burn up pretty quickly, honestly.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Mark, same. I've never seen anybody use a whole pencil like that. But that's Rob.
Well,
And
it's because I found this thing, the pencil extender. It makes it possible to use it right down to the last little bit, you know?
yeah, that's awesome. I remember you talking about that. You're like, oh, I don't throw any of these away. I use them. And I was like, what?
Right down to the little nub. Because these blue pencils are too valuable to me. I'm able to make things work so much better with these than anything else. I'm like, I can't waste it. So
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. All right.
Well,
Well,
I'm gonna go cook my dinner too. So we'll
yeah,
just
send me some pics of that.
I'll send you some T-bone pictures. Yeah, yeah. Those two big meaty things.
You're ridiculous. All right. Well, bye everyone. Thanks for coming, joining. Bye.
See you later, Jess.
Bye.
All right, yeah, thanks guys. I'm gonna go make some dinner. So yeah, just in time to say goodnight, Chuck. But yeah, thanks everybody. Appreciate it as always. Age starting to come together, sort of ish. All right, everybody. Inkwell, D-Man, Chuck, Jeffrey, Mark. Someone saying if you're still in there. Ginger Bear, everybody. Catch you later.